Welcome to the Hermitcraft recap. My name is Pixelriffs, our writer is LoyXP, captions on this video were provided by Liara. And if this week seems a little quiet on the Hermitcraft server, that's because it's being very loud everywhere else. For one thing, TwitchCon just happened, and half the Hermits turned up to deliver a fantastic on-stage chat, record vlogs, and in Impulse and Skizzleman's case, ambush everyone with a podcast. For another, Minecraft Live has just happened, although at the time of writing this script, we're still sustaining ourselves on the slow drip of leaks that came out this week, so we have no comment, even if spoilers for us is just current events for you. But all this means that anyone who wasn't involved in either of these events had a very productive week, if by productive you mean got a high score in Ravager Rush. So let's take a look at all the events and mishaps that occurred on the Hermitcraft server this week. Starting with DocM77 and his addiction to other people gambling.
You know, we watch each other. I regularly watch several Hermits and then also people I already watched, before Hermitcraft.
The underground poker game really goes underground this week as he deals out designs for the interior, the ceiling, and the secret entrance that gets you into the place. By the time he's done, the whole place has a cabaret club vibe, and he's planning an armor stand animatronic stage show, so now the server will have two places you can get Five Nights at Freddy's.
Great news on the real-life poker card front, by the way. So Luke, how that means that everything is looking good. We're doing this. Yeah, looks like we can get this thing done before Christmas even.
There are even piston-activated skylights that open and close when the game is on, but that's not how you get in. Since the build above is meant to be an innocent-looking laundromat, Doc builds a washing machine that you can literally swim into if you flash your cash at the villager attendant. Also, if you fly too close to the shop, unequip your armor, or bring your pet armadillo to be tumble-dried. But I guess that's the risk you take for using skulk sensors.
But right now we would have showed the villager the correct item, and that will open the washing machine. And we could get in here, and it drags us down through some piping, and all of a sudden we're like, what? Where are we at?
With someone else taking the game redstone mantle, Zedaf has to step out and dedicate some time to efficient and productive mechanisms. Just kidding, he made a brewing stand controlled via Friday Night Funkin'.
And that should work nicely. Now we need the thing that actually collects this up and puts it all in a brewing stand.
Having dug up his previous seasons of the automated potion mixer, the Combruter, Zed decides it would be even better if all the automatic hands-free parts were instead pressure plate activated. Just like its predecessor, the Season 10 Combruter juggles the potion ingredients for the player, but it's your responsibility to step in and activate the flapdoor trapdoor so any particular one makes it into the brew queue. Literally step in. There are 4 lines and 4 pressure plates for them. He made drink mixing into a rhythm game. This is the right mix, but with Dance Dance Revolution controls.
And after a little bit of trial and error, and then more trial, and still some errors, and then a bit more trial, and then error, and then some more errors, and then a bit more trial, finally, we have it done.
Everyone else's tap dancing practice has come from Ravager Rush, and BOO is ready to tap out.
I think B-Dubs is done.
I think I'm done. I think there's no way. We gotta make our own trophy or something.
At least he isn't shackled to the game the way Etho is. B-Dubs has the luxury of being able to go out and touch grass. After all, he gathered 3 shulker boxes of the stuff and is ready to make his local plains biome as fluffy as possible.
And I say the reward for this is not even close to worth it.
It turns out this is easier said than done, especially since a monoculture looks boring from a distance, so he throws in ferns, patches of flowers, and more boulders to help things look a bit more varied. The riverbank also gets its fair share of terraforming and leaves to act as waterborne plant life.
See how it's so similar but just slightly different green? I think that's really cool. That's cool. I like that on the edge.
B-Dubs' day turns from plant life to horse death when he checks the mail and discovers a music disc from Joel Smallish Beans, which amounts to a voicemail's worth of equine murder.
I never thought that I would hate somebody.
So he spends some time plotting ways to avenge this heinous crime, mostly by jumping off a rooftop like some kind of horse Batman.
I think all I can do is kill him.
Unfortunately for B-Dubs, people on this server are literally paying to lose their lives for the sake of entertainment, so he'd have an easier time just sponsoring Joel's next month of Frogger attempts. Well, B-Dubs might be delighted to know that the race to the high score may be over soon, as iJevin seemingly made it his goal to break the counting machine. Aiming for the coveted 999 score, Jevin has already secured the 918, so there's little wiggle room for competition.
Okay, that should be 900. Like 900 exactly. The total time for the run was like 1 hour, 21 minutes.
Somehow his long nights of learning the Ravager aggro distance still left enough time to work on his base, which he happily showcases to Rendog, especially now the custom Azalea roofed forest is moving into the month of October and of course is getting a little spookier.
Oh, that's so clever. Dude.
And then
What a
don't click it
great,
though. Don't click it. Don't click it because it will
What a
blow
great
up.
little,
It will-
like, little
Well,
explode,
I blew
right?
it up
Little
once
explode.
already, so.
To help set the stage for the best time of the year, Jevin even builds a pumpkin-infested clearing with a witch's house in the middle. But the real treat, or trick, will be whatever the guy has planned for the crypt minigame he's come up with.
And we've been doing a little bit of location scouting, and it's important that this is in a swamp because it feels more correct that way.
We know it will probably be a puzzle game rescuing the hermit eggs, but we can't tell you if it will have Ravagers. We do know Scar's zoo will have them, unless he gets too sick of that specific beast after, once again, playing Ravager Rush.
Yes! Let's go! Let's go! What's our score? 10! That's really good!
What the Mr. Good Times zoo is still missing for now is the main gate, because someone has put his ever-burning pine tree exactly into the spot where he also planned the zoo gate. It just felt right in the moment.
Wow. Bro, Scar, this is so cool. Look at that.
Then again, Scar is hesitant to dive into another mega build project before having the full picture, and luckily he's just finished decorating the floating caboose into a painting room.
As I said, I wanted to incorporate my real life paintings into Minecraft here. So we have them up on the wall. We have my favorite painting right here. Actually, maybe that one's my favorite. I can't remember, but this one's a cool one.
His experimenting with the armor stand decor brings out an interesting look at the custom items of seasons past, and the many hats he as a hermit has had to wear over the years. Until it's prime time to put on the cop hat specifically and go investigate the commercial area. Together with Skizzleman, they marvel at Ijevin's shop floating out of the confiscation pound, as well as at Zombie Cleo's long tunnel leading to the still arrested hay shop. Truly, you gotta be impressed with the audacity.
Fill it up. What are we going to do? How do you want to do it?
We get some TNT, we blow the tunnel up, and then put a sign in front of it saying closed.
Wow.
Too much? Too little?
In a similar being, a building spree takes Corralis noticeably closer to XB Crafted's personal space. The natural bridge from the Tropicalis resort is now hover-handing the cliff XB's house is sticking out of. Not that the modern mansion wouldn't fit into the general theme Corralis has had this season, it's just that it may not get a choice.
I think like the bushes, or maybe even a palm tree over here. Hopefully that would make him happy. I don't know. We'll see, right?
The land masses present some challenges about the made-up transportation of the place, so Corralis even installs lovingly trapdoored cable cars reaching between the hills, where one right click is all that keeps the passengers from an abrupt stop to their trip.
Yeah, this is not how they operate. But I was just, it'd be fine. It'd be fine. And we've done this. So.
And finally, there's Mumbo, who opens with an enigmatic cinematic that would be at home in any Nox Crew adventure map. What are these scientists cooking up? And who let them cook? Whatever it is, it's probably fueled by sugar for now, as Mumbo's industrial district has really stepped up a notch. A bamboo farm is the next logical step, so he can auto-craft infinite wood, and this time he looks up the crafting recipes so he doesn't embarrass himself.
In my head, it's a few of those. Oh, okay, the crafting recipe is different from what I expected. How am I still so bad at this game? I've been playing it for over 12 years.
One minor redstone gaff later, he's ready to take a break and set some attainable goals for Ravager Rush.
Gem's good at the game. Gem is good at stuff. And she has 4? Are you serious?
But then the high scores get stratospheric, and Mumbo decides he'd better stick to farming green things with pistons. A kelp farm is next on the menu, although he pauses both to mine some redstone and do a live reaction video to Joe Hills explaining how to get hold of the sand he's owed.
He's done my title cards.
Which he then promptly discovers has been taken out of the collection chest, and Doc has trolled him by putting it in shulker boxes marked "Don't Touch," so he goes and shovels more sand himself anyway. With the tank complete and flooded, he discovers too late why people don't typically make a flat vertical kelp farm, but that's nothing some Minecraft ingenuity and an infinite wood farm can't fix.
It's needlessly compact. It has one too many signs, maybe a couple hundred too many signs, but it works really, really nicely, and eventually it is going to power my furnace array. And who knows?
And that's about it for this week's recap. Our writer is LoyXP, and my name is Pixorif's. Captions on this video were provided by Liara. Don't forget to leave a like while you're still here, and subscribe so you won't miss future recaps. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.